last speech before the terminus.
As I write these words, I fear for the lives of my citizens. I ask Princess Celestia for help, but my voice has fallen onto a deaf ear. I beg Princess Luna for a hoof to carry my feeble will, but my plea has been rejected by her blindness. The regal sisters gather their army as they know something is brewing between themselves. Princess Luna is consumed with jealousy, and Celestia is so focused on her land that everything else vanished into oblivion. With this turmoil going on in the south, who could care about a poor unicorn king battling for the mere survival of his people? Who cares about the frozen north of Equestria? A pearl among the abyss is still safe. But Celestia and Luna have forgotten that the Wendigos breed in conflicts, that these unholy creatures came from the north, greedy and starving. My ponies and I are the first in the front line, hence we will be the first to fall to their assault. This time, the Wendigos are not coming alone. They have brought minions that will ravage our domain. All of them feed on Luna's growing dark power, as they feed on my citizens' despair and pain. But I will not let them do so freely. As a king, the key mark I was given embodies a mighty battle cry. I can blend into the spirits of my friends and comrades, all together through this esprit de corps. We can act as one body, one soul, and one mind to overthrow our enemies and win. I always refused to go much further than fusing of spirits, fearing I would go crazy or conceited. But feeling every pony and me battling as one is a feeling I want to keep dear to my heart. Thus, it is together that we shall go to fight, whatever the cost, whatever the outcome. And right now, I fear facing the ponies I love more than the empty shells that are the Wendigo's eyes. I am hesitant to talk about it, what I found in the caverns below the Crystal Castle. Sometimes I surprise myself to keep staring at my discovery. It is a small, dull gray crystal. It would be nothing important if it was not wobbling with mystic energy. I hear it. It is whispering to me. I have to make a choice. I may use it for the sake of my kind, but I know that I will get what I want, but also lose what I have. What I have left. My Chamberlain is coming to don my iron armor. Damn, I hate its frostbite on my fur. He is coming, and I'm going to make a quick choice. A stupid choice, I keep repeating to myself. I swallow the tiny gem and hear a hoof on the doorknob. I feel something strange bursting inside my chest. My head reeled, dizzy. Once the Chamberlain is gone, I took a look at my hooves. They are turning black. Slowly. My once white fur is burning away. Did I make the right decision? Well, no time to fret. My ponies await me as the Wendigos rumbled behind our doors. They keep around my kingdom, ready to leap on their first prey, a pony among my fellow citizens. I will not leave them alone. I am their king, and for I shall be the wall between them and these demons. We will fight as one again, and we will win. Otherwise I don't want to talk about it. When the gate of the castle burst open on my way, I walked outside to feel the bite of thousands of eyes staring at me, waiting. Among the ponies I see griffins I rallied by my battle cry. I see the mighty dragon that offered his help for an initiative. I see the mares, the fillies, the colts, and the stallions together, waiting for our last stand. And I feel this strange power growing in my ribs. I feel sick, and some ponies tremble, seeing my fur tainted. I find a promontory and gaze back at the crown with sorry eyes. The madness had lasted for too long. It's time to end it. I take a deep breath and put in order the words and sentences bouncing in my head. My voice is deep, reaching the deepest corners of my kingdom, and I have to be assertive, inquisitive. We stand on the precipice of the end, ready to hurtle down the steep and smash our bones and skulls. We walk legs deep in the blood of our comrades, washing down our once shining furs and manes. We breathe uneasy, while the long panting whispers of our gone families rise from the mass's grave below us. The reeking smell of our gangrened hooves blurs our eyes and pains our souls. The air fills our lungs with the perfume of war. The sour and numbing as tasteless and intoxicating as wine. And I face, stuck in the dusty ground, the enemies growling in the distance, afraid, foreshadowing a machine that will swallow us all. And I stare straight at the dead of night, and see through the dark veils of eyes of the rats that claim they can burn us to ashes. And despite the oblivion that beckons over our shoulders like a gargantuan maw, thrills to rip us to pieces, I scream to fate that abandoned us when we needed it the most. I have seen our foes, throats sliced open, and I have watched the flow of tears dripping down our streets. I have cried for the infallible screams of the mayors, children, and elders wiped off the scrolls of history. I have dug the trenches where I will bury my kind, my friends, and my subjects. I have cursed the sky for bringing us the eternal night. I have rejected the gods who have forsaken us. Poor things, living in the land where the soil never thrives. I have trodden on the Oneric lands of Limbo and caught a brief glimpse of Tartarus. And I have lost faith. I have tasted your pain and terror. I have felt your hatred and anger. I have understood your rage and despair. I have foreseen your starvation and your fall. I have raged against destiny, now destroyed. I have cursed the sky and the earth. I have howled at the murderous sky, raining fire at dawn. I have seen myself looking through the tainted glass of my realm, only to see my disfigured reflection. I have seen myself murdering my own essence, erasing my own spirit, sweeping off my own mind for the sake of my kingdom's well-being. I have damned my soul. I have thrown away what had made me a pony, and I feel my sanity drift away. I can say that I've envisaged no byway. Houses burnt to their underpinnings, ponies eviscerated alive, fellow soldiers eaten away by the creatures lying before your eyes. I once scarred but lively ground scorched to coal dust by the flames of our enemies' eyes. Our skulls piled into the spires to reach the black clouds over us. As a king who makes the best of himself, I get rid of my angst and sorrow, only flood my senses with anger and rage. I bestow my allegiance upon you as a sovereign. As for my enemies, I will have no more. But as we stand ready to move through the thresholds of Tartarus, the innocents will fight and kill and cry and scream and murder and bite and destroy those who dare defy us. Do you hear? We will stand still and ready on our hooves. We will rise once again. Ride to war, my vassals. Ride to death, my subjects. Ride to glory. And this day, running towards the Crystal Empire's end, will be marked in history as a monolith of blood and death. Souls will be crushed to the point they cannot be mended. The rusty edges will silence the flesh and shed soiled blood. Sharp arrows will fly and whistle through the air. Blades and spears will blow to bits. Bones will be shattered. And this battle will be written into ungodly scrolls to make sure that every pony will know that we fight here today! To win this battle, the Wendigos themselves must fear me. My magic bursts around me, and my mind blends with my subjects. All war mightily as they release the anger they have repressed for so long. It is heady. I like this impression of control and absolute power. Like one core we shall ride into battle, united and whole. We will fight and stand for my rightful kingdom. My minions will fight with me, for me. It's strange. Why do I feel so sleepy, so alone, enshrouded by darkness? Maybe I was wrong.